It's your favorite day, it's MOC Monday. Today, we build the track loader by Artemisovsky, which is an alternate build of LEGO Technic set 42148 Snow Groomer. We start with a light bluish 4L Technic beam. We add a 4-length axle as well as some pins. Next we add a 5-length black Technic beam and more pins. In step 3 we add a dark bluish 3-length Technic beams which holds the first of 2 wheels with an 4-length black axle. Step 4 starts already with the boom of the track loader. We add a dark bluish 9-length Technic beam as well as 2 gears which holds the linked tread which comes later. In the next 6 steps we will build the driver's cab. We start with a light bluish-gray L-shaped Technic beam, connected to an axle and pin connector. The Technic fairing panels supposed to be the doors of the cab, but they just cover and they are not meant to open. We add another axle to pin connector which will be used to hold the windshield. In step 8 we add the windshield held by another axle and pin connector. We add another axle and pin connector to the other side of the windshield. A pin with a tow ball is added to simulate a small joystick. A 4-length dark bluish axle will fix the windshield in his position. We add thin Technic beams, 1 3-length beam and 1 with a L shape. Unfortunately, I did my first mistake here as you can see later in the video. Now we attach the cabin to our main assembly. When I attached the cabin I noticed that I forgot the boom, so I had to undo and add the boom as well, not knowing that I have to change it soon again. We build the connection from one side to the other. As on the other side we use the 4-length light bluish-gray Technic beam along with adding 2-length Technic beams twice. While attaching this assembly I noticed my mistake from step 10. As you can see I cannot really add this as intended. I have correct the black thin beams before I can give a second try adding this assembly. Step 12 is basically the same what we did from step 1 to 3. Maybe the author was a bit impatient and started to rush in the instructions. But as we build this in a small separate assembly, we get it easily done. Now we connect it to our main build. Luckily, it's very easy to connect. Now it's time to finish the boom. Another 9-length dark bluish-gray beam is added along with a frictionless pin to execute the functionality. We add a 5-length blue L-beam on step 15 along with a long pin with axle in red. Step 16 addresses two parts of our assembly. We add two 3-length black thin beams which holds one pair of the claws, as well as we add a wheel to hold the link treads. Unfortunately, I did another mistake here as I switched the wheel with the round Technic connector. I noticed this right before finishing this build. Now it's time to add the first pair of claws. They are held with a yellow 3-length axle attached to a red 4-length L-beam. Right after we added this, we take care of the second pair of claws. Again, they are held by a yellow 3-length axle connected to a red 4-length L-beam. With two frictionless pins we add it to the boom. The red thin 4-length beams are attached at the beginning of the boom to handle the toggle of the claw. We now build the connection between the boom and our cabin. This will be done through a light bluish-gray 4-length L-beam and some pins. The blue round pin connector is to indicate where you can control the boom. This assembly is really hard to attach in this way, and when I was finally able to make it, I noticed that it would be easier to add one of the blue pin with axle to the red thin beams before. When adding the second pair for holding the link tread, I noticed my mistake that I did on the other side. Time to quickly fix it. And we already arrived at the last step of our MOC. We add 44 link treads, which means we have to add 22 on each side. And we are done. I hope you had fun building this MOC. A big thank you to Artemisovsky who has created this MOC and providing the instructions for free. You can find the link in the description. Time to demo this MOC. Of course we can drive forward and backwards, and this is how the boom works. You can open and close the claws. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, or even a free subscription to this channel. You can help the channel grow and you can enjoy more videos like this here.